interesting conversation, believe it or not, with a famous brothel in Carson City, Nevada. It's called the Bunny Ranch. May as well give them the name, because they were lovely to talk to. I didn't expect, when I called to confirm my resource on some research I'd heard, I just wanted to confirm it. I didn't expect to have Dennis Hoff, the owner of the brothel, come to the phone. And I said, I just wanted to confirm your #1 requested service of men. Well, what do you think it is? What do you think that men request most at this brothel, Carson City? Sex, oral sex. It's not. It has very little to do with sex. It's actually called the girlfriend experience, where someone will go and just be attentive and interested and fun and adventurous and nice. Usually it's not even about sex. I thought that was fascinating. That's not to say that if a spouse, a wife, doesn't propose that or doesn't offer that to a man, that he looks elsewhere. That's not what that's about. And we all have things in our relationships that we can improve, right? I look at 2 columns here. The first column would be the column of marriage, husband and wife. And pretty much everyone in that column could think of things they could do better, to be a better mate, to be a better spouse. In the second column is infidelity. So no matter what's done in the first column, that person, that other spouse, does not cause someone to go and cheat or go to pornography or go to anything else that creates that wedge and that divide. That's somebody's personal choice. But there are always things we can do to improve. I thought that was interesting about the girlfriend experience. So I learned more than I wanted to from Dennis Hoff. He goes on to say that women just forget to be adventurous and nice. He goes, I don't care how beautiful a woman is who comes in here and wants a job. And by the way, he just hired someone who used to work 13 years at Wells Fargo. She makes in a day what she used to make in a month. That's pretty enticing, I guess, for some. I can see where that could be anyway. But he says, I don't care if you're the most gorgeous woman. If you're not nice, if you don't have the ability to somewhat connect and have a rapport, I'm not going to hire you. And I guess, I said to Dennis, I guess these men forget that they pay someone to seem interested, right? Fun and connecting. He goes, well, they feel like they pay for that at home, but they just don't get it because they're supporting a family. Like, yeah, it's very interesting. Here's one good thing about the brothel. They, too, are against pornography addiction, or pornography, period. They think pornography is going downhill because you can't seem to keep track of the copyright laws in Lithuania. People might get hold of a film and then they reproduce it and then they sell it. So the pornographers themselves are going down, but they fight trafficking, women underage. So you have something in common with the brothel in Carson City, Nevada. I think that's wonderful. Our fears. Oh, and then his girlfriend gets on, the main bunny there. I won't even tell you about that experience. But that was fascinating, nonetheless. No, I liked them because they were so generous with what they feel they do is a service, believe it or not, to families, to marriages. Say no more. Going from fear to fantasy. So this next little clip I'm going to show you is about the crazy making that happens when someone is involved in their fantasy. You start to feel crazy. What do people at home do when they have a loved one who's involved in a fantasy or an addiction? What do? They blame. It must be me. I start to feel crazy. Let's go do that. Your love makes me crazy. Here we go. This is very short. Some coffee, Lars?
Yes, please. See funny face.
That's Bianca Lundstrom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Are you not gonna go to work today, guys? Okay. What's going on? Well, Bianca could help you. You know, she has nurses training.
She doesn't have nurses training, Lars, because she's not a person. She's a big plastic fan.
That's amazing. Did you hear that? Bianca just said that that's why God made her, to help people.
You gonna be late for work?
I am gonna be late. No, I have to go. Okay. But I'm going to check in.
Okey doke.
You have my number at work, right, Karen?
Yep.
I wanted to tell you, you look really pretty today. I bet you feel better, Jess. Me too. And thanks so much for breakfast.
No.
Okay, gotta go. Bye.
See ya.
Well, I had to try. What?
It's just, I don't know. It's true. We've been all wrapped up in ourselves. We have, Gus.
This is not my fault, though. It's not my fault.
Well, Bianca, let's make a couple of calls.
I love what Stephen Covey said. Someone asked him when, I guess a colleague had an affair and it became very public. And so someone from the media said, "What are your thoughts about infidelity?" And he says, "Well, I often think of an old Irish prayer that goes something like, Lord, help me forgive those who sin differently than I do." Isn't that beautiful? Can't we all relate to something? I'm hoping that as we relate to what our thing is, our indulgence, the thing that buffers me, protects me, that we can also have that self-compassion and that other compassion. Where, those of you who are theologians, where in the Bible does it say, think really quickly about where this might be, thou shalt love thyself? Where is that? Proverbs? No, it's not there, you're right, it's not there. And why is that? Because he knows we already do. We're very self-aware, we're very self-absorbed. We are. I know myself, I care about me. We're not here to learn how to love ourselves, we already do that. Even if it's called self-loathing. I hate myself, I hate my thighs, I hate my addiction to Oreos. That self-loathing is the same thing as self-love. It's just the opposite shtick, if you will, of the same dynamic, which is self-absorption. So we're here to learn how to love others. They go to a doctor, this cute family, because they're so desperate to find help. And this doctor is brilliant, I think. So those of you who are therapists or students, you kind of get an idea of what she's done. She's eating lunch. She's so casual. They're really there at this doctor's office so Bianca, the dog, can have a treatment because she's not feeling very well. So while Bianca's getting her treatment, Lars and the family doctor are sitting in the doctor's office, just talking, nonchalant. And it's brilliant. Hope you enjoy this. Just 3 minutes.
I don't know her.
Oh, she's wonderful. Gus and I are both very lucky with women. She's wonderful.
He's talking about his sister-in-law, Karen.
Let's find you something to read.
No, it's just between us.
Of course.
I'm worried about her. I think she has a little problem.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't have.
No, it's okay. It's just... And I think it's because she's insecure, but she's just always trying to hug everybody. You know, some people don't like that. Some people don't like to be hugged. But she doesn't realize that. She takes it personally and thinks, you know, it hurts her feelings. I don't know what to do about that. Do you?
But it's such a comfort sometimes just to have somebody's arm around, don't you think? Oh, it feels good.
It does not feel good. It hurts.
Like a cut or a bruise.
Like a burn. Like when you go outside and your feet freeze and then you come back in and they thaw out. It's like that. It's almost exactly like that.
Same with everybody.
Not with who?
With Bianca.
Not with Bianca. Of course not.
But everyone else.
So you don't let people touch you. Lars, isn't that hard to get away with?
Well, not really here because I have all these layers. And that helps.
Look, we can't change Karen. But I can help you.
That's fine.
Pain.
Yeah, but I can take it.
You okay? Well, that's enough for today.
You've crossed the line.
Well, you kept swiping my action
I
figure.
hide them. I don't hang them.
Well, whatever, Margot. You're too old for that thing anyway, okay?
Oh, I tried to stop it earlier. I'm so sorry. So this is a second clip I wanted to introduce, but that vulnerability, that being close. I love the quote that someone had in this far room about revived love is some of the most beautiful. The revived love, and this last scene shows the revival of love. So Margot and his office mate, they have this competition. That office mate has all those action figures. Did you see that? So she'll steal an action figure and he'll try to punch a hole in one of her teddy bears. And it's that, again, that buffering, that inability to be too close, but you just can't help but like these cute people. Take off the news.
No.
Take it off.
Face it, Margot. The bear is dead, okay? We're on you. I warned her.
Listen for the intimacy. I love this clip. It's not just the bear. I broke up with Eric.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I didn't even have a good reason. It wasn't very interesting. Thank you.
So how brave when she said, I get lonely. I love that. And his revival of the bear, every shrink loves a good metaphor, so I hope that you enjoyed that. And just